We're here at the final build of the patio cover. I'm gonna bring you around the, come on over here, look over here. I'm gonna bring you around the scaffold I built. So this is what it looks like standing up. It was a beast trying to lift this thing. You said it was about like 250, 300 pounds. But when you come here, yes, I told you I was gonna use natural trees to save on wood. Later on, I'm gonna take this on the lathe and spin it down, maybe make some furniture, something nice. You see I got the weights down here. Come look at the weights. This is just to keep it balanced, okay? It looks janky, but it's actually pretty sturdy. Come around this side. Now, originally I installed a stepping foot, so that way, and you can look at it here, I'm able to crawl up the ladder and just use my foot here. But I'm gonna show you the way I set it up, how I go now and work at the top. So let me show you that right now. So basically, I make sure you come in here. The best thing you have is something to tie it down with, belts and ropes, and that's what I'm using here. You can't get any more sturdy than that. You could move the structure if you could, but I got it rock solid. Oh, another thing before I climb up. Point up to the top here. So I got everything clamped down. Like I said, it's temporary. All this is gonna get broken down and rebuilt into something else. But here, I want to show you have opposite forces. So I'm gonna walk around, you just point the camera. This force is going this way, right? But I got another one, you can stay where you're at this point. I got another beam going opposite force this side. Same thing here. I got force going this way from the ground up, right? And then opposing force over there. So you can't get any stronger than the ground. Just like with wrestling or anything, you use the force of the ground, get your center of gravity and root up. So now, that's what makes it sturdy. Now, if I would have had this by itself, this can tip while I'm up here. So I just want to make a point that this can tip while I'm up here if your base is not wide enough. You could transfer this down to the bottom, it can still tip, okay? So what I did was put all that force at the top, okay? That's what keeps it from rocking. So how I basically get up, you want to practice a little bit, get comfortable with your setup, okay? Notice I'm not wearing a hard hat. So that's my foolish thing, but wear a hard hat, wear safety gear, and that's it. And so you get your balance, figure out how you want to work, and if you can zoom in over here, where you can see these metal ties. Okay, so I'm gonna spin around. Okay, so these, believe it or not, are your hose clamps. I just flatten them out, and funny, these nails are saved from the old roofing job I had when I got my roof redone. I just saved these nails. You know, they were from the nail gun, they left them. And so I flattened these out, tied these here. Now, you may be saying, yes, that will hold in a storm, but it won't give you that horizontal strength. And you're right. So when I get some storm ties, some legit storm ties, I cut a sheet of metal and bend it. I want to make sure I wrap around like a cast. That's gonna make it real strong, but this is pretty good for now. So you gotta improvise, strategize, and adapt when you're building with your materials, okay? But that's what I did. The roofers, they just forgot and left these nails on the ground. There was a good amount of them. I don't have a nail gun, and so can you zoom in a little close? All right, so what I had to do is literally just break them off the thing. Now, if you don't have hands that's steady enough for that, I'm gonna show you another method. See how I just broke that off like that? Get your wire clippers. If you don't want to mess up your hands, my hands don't get bothered. There you go. And do it like that. So I will get a roofing nail gun, but that's how you reuse nails. Now, I'm taking these clamps, these little C-clamps. And all I do to make that tie you saw on the roof. Flatten it, both sides. Now you could completely flatten it, but I like a little spring tension. So it's got a little bend on it, and then I screw it back that way so it holds it. But that's it. I just come down the same way. I brace. I'm not really putting on my weight. It's more like a check. So I'm checking here, okay? So then I get my footing how I want. I'm checking with my other hand. There's no bearing weight on here. I'm not hanging like monkey bars. I'm just checking, see? See, I got my hands off. I'm just checking. Get my balance, get steady on the ladder, and come on down safe. So I'm just rotating with my butt set my self center on there. And that's it. Just that simple.